Me and Joe getting it. Joe's learning some SRT today.
Heck yeah.
Look at him, he got his ascenders on, going up on single rope. We're just doing a bunch of tree trimming today. We're gonna trim all these trees, but we're not climbing with spikes on because we don't want to spike them, because we're trying to make the trees look beautiful. They already are beautiful, but we're getting the dead wood out. So I trimmed this tree, had a lot of dead wood on it. Man, it's barely got canopy. That's the only place where the tree's getting sun. So I got this one. Instead of coming down and throwing a line up this one, I'm just gonna traverse over to this Douglas fir and then get a tie-in and get that one. And then once I do that, I'll traverse over to this one. And then I might think about traversing to that one over there. We'll see. Stand clear. Watch out for dead wood. Got it. So now I'm gonna go up this one and get a high tie. Using my flip line to get up. And I brought my retrieval with me so I can retrieve my rope from there instead of being on a basal anchor. Yep, that's how you're fishing in this trade. All right, so I trimmed this fir, trimmed this cedar. Now I'm gonna traverse over to this, I think it's a fir, yeah, this fir, trim that one. And then I'm gonna consider going over to this one and then that one. And then I might do that one and that one without coming down. I was thinking this might be a good time to do like a tutorial, you know, show people how to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all you have to do is only take one time and get a good throw up there, which I did. I got a good throw up there. And then I climbed up a little bit past my tie-in using my double-sided flip, and I got even a higher tie-in in that cedar. And then I was able to traverse over here, and I brought my retrieval with me when I came. That way I retrieved it from that cedar, and then I set my line over here into this fir. And now I could go over and do this fir, but I'll leave my tie-in up there, and then I could come back and do this one. But with that one, I'll probably retrieve my rope and bring it over there. Now you could do this on a basal anchor too, and just redirect your rope over limbs, but you would need a pretty long rope because these trees are tall. I need at least, like, I don't know, a 300-foot rope might do it, but then I'd also run out eventually. But yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm gonna go back up this fir and then do a little traverse over. I think I could get a swing from here. You need a long enough tail to be able to get from one tree to the next. But let's see if I can do it from here. If not, I might have to rappel down 5 feet or so. I got it. So now I'm gonna work this from the top down, because again, I don't have any spikes on. And that way I'll have like some limbs and some nubs to stand on my way down. So I trimmed these 3. Now I got the same tie-in, and I'm gonna traverse over to this one and get this one. It's gonna be quite the swing, but I think I can get to it. If I go down a little further, about here, all I gotta do is get my hand on one of those limbs. Let's see. Got it. Oh, all right. Made it. That dead limb held on. So I just traversed from that tree over here. It's a good, shoot, I don't know, dude, that's 15 feet. Or, if not more. The guys are saying, it's hard for me to tell, but that's about a 20 foot traverse from that tree over here. Who needs the captain hook? Now, since I'm over here and I'm tied into up there in that fir, I got up to where all the dead limbs are. And just to be comfortable, I'm gonna redirect my rope over this limb. That way I'm hanging straight down on this tree and not being pulled back over there. Since I don't have spikes. And I think, again, I'm gonna say, I think I told you this earlier, but I'm trimming the tree from the top down. That way I have a little bit of stuff to put my foot in. And there's nothing down there I gotta worry about. The limbs could bounce and do whatever they wanna do. So in this scenario, I'm trimming from the top down. There we go, redirected over this limb. And I'll feed my rope down, back down through there. And I do have a stopper knot. Boom. And then I'm tying back in. Back into my rope bridge, making sure the gate's closed. Everything looks good right here. And sit back in my system, get all the weight out of it, and we're good to go. We're gonna start trimming. So I trimmed this tree, and when I was trimming this one, I was able to reach over and get that one. So again, I got my tie-in over there, and I redirected here. So what I'm gonna do is get my redirect out here. And make sure I'm tied in with my flip line, because I got to disconnect. All right. And then I'm going to bring my redirect here. I'm going to clip back in, tighten up that slack, and also I can inspect up there, make sure my quickie's good and all that. All right. Now instead of that's quite a bit of a swing, you know, because I came all the way over, and I don't want to go uncontrolled. So instead of taking my redirect completely out, I'm gonna grab onto here. This is the tail end of my rope, and it's gonna allow me to do a controlled swing back. See? So now I'm gonna go back nice and slow instead of just crashing into this tree. See that? And now that I'm back, I'll pull the tail end of my rope back out of there. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here, because it's kind of cool. It's a lot of climbing doing these trimming jobs, you know, but it's fun once you get it down and learn how to do it. I would say, not to knock the double rope guys, but I probably wouldn't do this on double rope if it were me. Single rope seems to be the best option on this. So I'm gonna go back up, go over those limbs so they don't inhibit my swing, going over to there. And I might have to come down pretty far, because you can see that's a long traverse, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna see if I can make it, because it's better than coming down and having to throw my line up there and all that and do that. So I've only threw one line today, and I've been able to work 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trees so far, and I'm hoping to get 6 and 7. All right, another cool thing I wanted to show. Now that I'm up to these limbs, I got my lanyard flipped over my back so it could tend. Let me see. I got my lanyard flipped over my back so it could tend my rope wrench as I go up. And then I got my foot ascender on, and I'm just like walking up these limbs and tending my slack as I go. So I'll show you guys how quick I could get up there. So right now I'm just retrieving my slack as I'm going up. Here we go, just like that, all the way up, foot ascender off. Now I'm gonna flip back over these limbs and try to get a nice traverse out that way. I'll go straight between these two limbs. And then while I'm up here, I'll double check everything again, make sure I'm all secure, because this is my lifeline. Also, since I'm gonna be able to, these will probably be the last 2 trees I'm able to get to from this setup. So I'm gonna make sure my retrieval and my climb line are running down the same path. That way when I get done over there, I can just be down and retrieve my rope from right here. So what I'll do now, since I got both my climb line and my retrieval running down the same path, before I try to traverse over to that tree, I'll tie my retrieval to my saddle. That way when I get over there and I work my way up to the tie-in, I'll be able to retrieve my rope from here and then tie in over there to that fur. And then I can work that white fur and that fur. All right, hopefully that explains it. Not very good at explaining things, but this is gonna be quite the swing here. All right, now I'm retrieving my rope from that tree over to this tree so I could do these two. There we go. All right, so now again, I'm tied in. I got tied in here. I'm gonna work all the dead limbs off this tree. I'm gonna work them going down. And then I'll traverse over and get this one. Yeah, maybe I'll do some bouncing back and forth. We'll see. Trying to save a little bit of energy. It's a lot of climbing, but yeah, working it, getting it done. So I'm going to traverse over to this one now, and I'll just bring my tie-in with me. That way I could just come on down and retrieve it when I'm done with this one. So yes sir, we're doing it. This will be an easy traverse compared to what I've been doing. I mean, let me show you. I'll show you. You're probably going to see it on camera, but I came from all the way from over there to this tree. But this one's a lot closer, so this will be easy. Bring my retrieval with me. Traversing, stand clear. Watch out for dead wood. Oh yeah, easiest traverse of the day. All right, let's do it again. All right, last tree I'll be able to get from this set. I went ahead and set up my retrieval with a quickie and an alpine butterfly, and I just went around 2 limbs instead of going around the trunk. That way it's easier to retrieve. And this will be the last tree I'm gonna be able to get from here. The other ones are too far, but we got a lot done. So I got a 150-foot rope, and my retrieval tail wasn't long enough, so I had the guys send up another piece of rope just to tie it on so I could retrieve it when I come down. Just about done here. Stand clear. Just a few more small ones. That's it, huh? Negative. All right. There we have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was wrong on my count. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Joe did this one. So that's 8 trees. 7 from the same tie-in. Boom. To there, to there, to there, to there, back to there, to here, and then down. That's how we do it.